Not every gun can be an MP5 or an AK-47 or an M4A1, but it's okay, they're trying their best. Today I'm going to cover the 10 worst weapons in COD Warzone. Welcome back to COD Central TV, let's get into the video. Number 10, Striker 45. Any player that has been forced to use the Halcyon Days blueprint knows how terrible the Striker is in Warzone. The weapon barely tickles opponents and has horrific recoil. The base weapon is one of the worst SMGs in the game with little to no redeeming qualities. The Striker's hollow point rounds are actually decent in Warzone, but with only a few shots the build is not viable.
Not running a underbarrel.
Number 9, Crossbow. Off-meta weapons can be as satisfying to win Warzone matches with, if not more. If any weapon is satisfying to down players with, it's the Crossbow. With that said, there's a good reason why no one uses the weapon. Players will either have to use overkill or obtain 2 loadouts with the Crossbow. While the weapon fires a single high damage bolt, it has extremely low bullet velocity. Gamers will have to aim well above the head of an enemy that is only 100 meters away. The Crossbow is a troll weapon and nothing more.
It's time. Break.
Come on, get the fuck out.
Number 8, MK2 Carbine. Gamers with accurate aim can appreciate the MK2 Carbine's high damage per shot and solid fire rate. Its role as a medium-range headshot machine in multiplayer does not translate to Warzone. However, it's still a decent weapon to loot in the early game, but players should not be using this weapon in their loadout. The MK2 takes 2 headshots to down a player and has a fire rate in line with the Kar 98. Why use a gun that takes 2 shots when the Kar only takes 1?
That is a very RPK, honestly, that is a very tiny range. And
Number 7, AK-47 Cold War. The Cold War AK-47 demands elite recoil control from its user. The weapon has the highest magnitude of recoil in assault rifle class. Gamers are much better off using the AK from Modern Warfare or the CR56 AMAX. Both weapons have comparable damage values and better recoil patterns. Hopefully Raven gives the Cold War AR a slight buff in the near future.
Kill instead of a 5-shot kill. So while the multiplier is great, just the way the values work out here,
Number 6, Hauer. Call of Duty Warzone shotgun loadout, the pump shotgun is downright atrocious. It has hit registration issues and rarely downs opposing players in less than 3 shots. The abysmal Model 680 is miles better than the Hauer, which is a complete joke of a weapon in Warzone. Not only is the Hauer the worst shotgun in Warzone, it's likely the worst weapon in the game. Gamers are better off with a ground loot Pellington at point blank range. Number 5, M60. The M60 is a burdensome behemoth in game. The gun has an extremely slow fire rate and the mobility of a tank. Gamers that see the new M60 blueprint in Warzone should leave it on the ground for literally any other weapon, except maybe the Hauer. Slow fire rate, high recoil, and average damage values make the M60 a terrible weapon in Warzone.
Soon in your sub box, Raven have now
Number 4, Milano. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Milano Primary. The Milano is like a Nerf gun in Warzone. It will make the hit marker sound for what feels like an eternity before downing enemy players. The weapon's laser accurate recoil does not make up for its extraordinary long time to kill. Raven needs to give the gun at least a slight buff to make it usable. For now, it's one of the worst guns in Warzone. Number 3, EBR-14. In comparison to the SKS, the EBR-14 has a slower fire rate, smaller maximum magazine, and slower ADS speed. There's no reason to use the EBR over the SKS. Frankly, there is no reason to use the SKS either, as the Cold War tactical rifles are much better. The EBR's bouncy recoil runs its long range potential. If the weapon had modest recoil, it could be usable in Warzone.
Oh, they're flying in right now.
Number 2, FR 5.56. Burst fire weapons are typically unpopular in Call of Duty titles due to their sporadic recoil. The FR 5.56 not only has to deal with a ton of recoil with each burst, but it also has a low damage profile per shot with mediocre range. It's a difficult weapon to use, but it's got distances that assault rifles dominate in. SMGs in almost every assault rifle will outperform the FR 5.56 below average time to kill.
Behind us. That one.
Number 1, 725. Few weapons can match the raw damage per shot of the 725 shotgun in multiplayer. In Warzone, it's a different story. 2 shots are needed to shut down a fully armored opponent, which is all the 725 can dish out before gamers have to reload. The weapon's limit of 2 shots per reload is a serious limitation to its potential. The slug round 725 is fun to use, but impractical in most matches.
Look at that, boys.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.